consultants for first responder media training and proudly announce the promotion of Officers Keaton Ashley and Josh Taylor from probationary for the Ohio Street Lift Station's backup generator. And finally, a change order for the Washington Street project was revised, with final work and some street closures expected in the coming weeks. This has been Chris Ramey with WTRE News.
The Decatur County Community School Board met on Wednesday night. Here's Chris Ramey with Superintendent Jared Burns.
We just finished up the Decatur County Community Schools monthly meeting. I'm here with Superintendent Jared Burns. Jared, can you kind of just give us an overview of what went on during the meeting?
Yes, we had our initial budget hearing for everyone. So the notice for everything that lines up with the actual budget hearing to take place in 2 weeks. Just get a notice of the operations fund and the bus replacement and everything else that will be approved 2 weeks from now. The final hirings for the school year, for the start of the school year, happened today, so there was a lot, but a lot of those people have been
$25,000 to the Margaret Mary Health Foundation to support the
I muted it when you said you could hear my phone.
Hospital. Located on State Route 229, just north
It's
of the I-74.
The bank.
We serve, and we are dedicated
No,
to being partners in our
it's not on.
the Governor's Country and House Country Business. Indiana becomes first state to implement its own statewide Veteran Service Officer accreditation. Indiana proudly announces an initiative to enhance support and services for its veteran community. A new standard in consistency and accountability in the form of a statewide accreditation program will be created by Indiana Veterans Affairs Commission. By January 1st of 2026, the IVAC will roll out rigorous accreditation standards for the state's county veteran service officers. Subsequently, by July 1st of 2026, all CVSOs employed by counties or cities will be expected to meet these standards as directed in Senate Enrolled Act 433. The responsibility to oversee the CVSO accreditation will lie within the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs, further bolstering a firmly established partnership between the IDVA and CVSOs. Indiana probably takes the lead as the first state to implement such a comprehensive accreditation program for individuals serving veterans, their families, and caregivers. These accreditation standards will ensure that every member of the veteran community, no matter where they live in Indiana, receives high-quality service when navigating their benefits, healthcare, and resources. Standardized training and credentialing will not only expedite claim processing, but also enhance access to care and ensure accountability within the system. WTRE, powered by Decatur County REMC.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome to the Power of the Past. It's the 36th annual, coming to you live from the Decatur County Fairgrounds.
Good evening, Emily.
Good evening. We have a guest co-host tonight.
I am. I'm sitting in for Josh tonight.
You
so
are. He's
I'm
out
happy
at
to be here.
a National Night Out that's going on in the community as well. It's a busy week here in Greensburg.
It's a busy week.
It is. It's the third weekend. That means it is the Power of the Past. We were here last night as well and got to talk with all kinds of people and learn all kinds of information. And today is day 2. It's Thursday, and it has been a busy day.
And feature tractor.
Alice Chalmers.
There you go.
It's the
All
orange.
Right. The sea of orange out here today. So we do want to thank all the sponsors that bring this to you tonight. Obermeyer Agri Group, Decatur County Recycling, Ford Abstract, Steer Heating and Cooling, Let's Hardware, BNC Rental, Grazing Systems Supply, Gill and Howe Funeral Home, Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management,
Kokemeyer Brothers Feed and Grain, Farm Credit Mid-America, Stone's Farm Service, Burger Electric, Expression Florist, Russ Hubler Ford, and Painting Plus. So big thanks to them, along with the Power of the Past, for having us out again. We were able to do this last year as well, and we learned so much last year that we knew we needed to come back this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the place to be this week. So we are excited to have our first guest on for this evening's program.
We are. Let's talk about what's happened today here real quick. The flea markets are open. They're going to be open until 8 o'clock tonight. There's arts, there's crafts, there's homemade stuff.
There's good stuff.
There's good stuff. We got a quick sweep last night of things, and we'll be back to shop some more. A lot of antiques out on the grounds. Several different foods out here and out and about. That's what we're going to talk about coming up. A sweet treat, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The best.
The opening ceremony takes place every morning at 8:30. So if you want to come out and do that, they have the flag raising along with the national anthem. And then tonight will be the first tractor pull for the Power of the Past. Weigh-in is going on right now, and the tractor pull will start at 6 o'clock. So show up. You pay a little fee, I do believe, and you pull your tractor, and you hope for the best, and you hope that you don't break anything.
That sums it all up.
That's some good rules, right?
that takes
I mean,
care
I'm not
of
a
it.
pro at it, but I think that covers everything.
Yeah, that pretty well takes care of it.
It does.
All
a lot
right.
of our favorite foods are back out here at the Power of the Past, too. So not only can you come and look, it's a sea of orange. I'll be excited to see what our numbers are today as far as how many Alice Chalmers we do have at this point. And every other color is here on the field.
It is.
The tractor field has really filled up today. A lot of, we've got steam engines in the back. We've got the wheat threshing going on. The sawmill is here. So there's a lot of education that you can come out and take a good look and to be found.
Kiddos have been out for their field trips the last 2 mornings. And again, tomorrow morning, North Decatur will be out. So lots going on.
There is. And again, we mentioned the food a little bit. Pork producers are out. They're back this year along with, I believe it's called the Country Cooker. It's the baked potato lady.
There you go.
She is here. Yes.
It's kind of like the tractor pull. That's all you need to know.
That's
It's
all
the
you need
baked
to know. It's
potato
the baked
lady.
potato lady. I know that the kettle corn and the caramel corn and the pork rinds are back as well. We've got ice cream all over. And I hear there's going to be some pie tomorrow.
There's pie. I will be really honest with you. You're going to find some of the best pie you ever ate when you come
right.
out to the Pie Ladies tomorrow.
So we've got a great lineup tonight for you. We've got some guests from out of town with some local guests. So we'll take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, it's time to talk pie here on Live at 5, brought to you by the Power of the Past from the Decatur County Fairgrounds.
Be your project big or small, make sure you've got the right gear to get the job done. B&C Rental has a huge lineup of equipment from backhoes and tractors, skid loaders, excavators, trenchers, lifts, stump grinders, pressure washers, all kinds of lawn implements, and Harley and Aaron can fill your propane gas grill tank as well. Plus, B&C has a nice lineup of U-Haul trucks, vans, and trailers if you've got something to haul. B&C Rental at 1131 West Ridge Parkway in Greensburg. Phone 812-662-6668.
Burger Electric in Greensburg offers a variety of electrical services, including residential, construction, and commercial wiring, recessed lighting installation, and electrical maintenance and repair, with specialties in landscape lighting and generators. Located at 933 North Michigan Avenue in Greensburg, visit their website, burgerelectricllc.com. For all of your electrical needs, contact Burger Electric at 812-614-9109.
Whether it's your wedding day, the arrival of a baby, or simply a just because bouquet, Expression Florist is certain to have a perfect arrangement for you or a loved one. We are here to celebrate life's most exciting moments with you. We are also here to honor life's most difficult moments with you. The team at Expression Florist works with local funeral homes to create a lasting, memorable tribute to honor your loved ones' lives. Not only are we a full-service florist, but we also carry a large variety of gifts, including home decor, willow tree figurines, sympathy gifts, wind chimes, and so much more. Call Expression Florist today at 812-663-5147 or stop by to shop and meet the team at 943 North Michigan Avenue. Expression Florist, fresh blooms and smiles guaranteed.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back to the Power of the Past. We're coming to you live from the tractor field. I'm Emily Versman, along with our guest co-host tonight.
Yes, here I am, Kathy Versman.
That's right. You're
filling the spot tonight.
You're filling the spot tonight. And what a night this is for you to be here.
It is. It's a beautiful night tonight to be out.
It is. You know, the little hoverfly things are everywhere, so just be prepared when you hit the fairgrounds that is what's going on.
It's the season.
Tis the season.
Tis the season of the hoverflies.
Otherwise, it's a beautiful evening. We've got a great breeze, and we've got our first guest for the night. Kathy's joining us. That's right. I have two Kathys. So hold on for dear life. Here we go, right?
Yes, thank you for inviting me to share some of the history that I know of the Power of the Past, as well as a couple of the events that I am in charge of this weekend.
You are heavily involved with the Power of the Past, have been for several years, been involved. So kind of tell us the root of where it all started.
Okay. Now, this was from my late husband, Dale Wilson. He is the founder of the Power of the Past. And he was on the fair board at the time, and the Rushville Steam Show was looking for a different place to hold their show, and they approached the fair board here at Decatur County, and I think that it was something that they were moving forward with, but there was a farmer that Rushville that didn't want to leave that county, so he donated some property, and so they did not end up coming to Decatur County for their show. And so Dale, he found some other interested people that wanted to have a show here in Greensburg at the fairgrounds, and so he contacted them, and they worked very hard. That was in 1989, and they worked very hard, and the next year, along with lots of help, they had their first show, and it was nothing like this. It was pretty small, but it was off and running, and the fairgrounds was very nice, along with other people. They did not charge they did not charge the Power of the Past to have their first show here. And anyway, so then it was off and headed where it is today, and it's awesome. But anyway, and my involvement wasn't at first, because at first it was just the men, but it grew so much that then they started involving wives, and that's kind of how I got involved in it. But I was secretary for several years, and then I was in charge of the office. And then I helped with flea market, and I helped with a quilt show, and to this day, I still help with the mass, but lots of duties over the years. So it's a very special thing to me just to be here. And when I come, I see so many people that it's just fun, and it's like a reunion just to come and see some of the people there are some that have just been here since the very beginning. So, and the people that do it now, they do an awesome job. It's a big job, and it's a lot to take on, but it's just a fun thing.
We always say this doesn't happen overnight, and it goes back to that very first show. It took a lot of planning to get to that point.
Yeah.
So, Kathy, do you remember on the very first show, did they have a feature tractor, or was it just we all got together?
That's been so long ago, and I really wasn't involved. I have to tell you this, though. I don't know if there was. Mm-hmm. I think they were just glad to have a show and to have several pieces of equipment here. But I did not grow up on a farm, and I came out here and I saw all this equipment, and all I knew was a John Deere tractor. And I saw all this equipment, and I'm like, what is that even? What does that do? So you were talking about the education for the
Sure.
children. It is, I mean, it's just, it's an education just to come and see all of this equipment. And lots of times they'll have somebody that'll be around to help describe or illustrate what it does. So it's a really good event. If you haven't been here, you need to come.
When you look at where it's at today compared to that first couple of shows, for you, that's going to be a proud moment because you've been here for the full thing.
Well, like I said, the first years it was just the men. They did it all because it wasn't like it is now. But thank goodness they got women involved.
Need a little organization,
I think
right?
we added a little, maybe suggestions to it, and but no, it's just been fun. And I have to say, the people that have worked all these years as volunteers. I mean, these are all volunteers that work all year on this, and just such a good group of people. One time I was working in the flea market, and the person I was working with, I don't know if it was because it was double booked or she misunderstood where somebody was supposed to be. But if you're here 1 year, you get to have that spot back if that's what you want. And somehow or another, we got it messed up. And the guys here, we told them we messed up, and they came and they picked up the whole tent because they had somebody on each leg of the tent. They picked up the whole tent and moved it where we needed it and helped the other people set up. I'm telling you, this crew is just awesome. And it's been that way all along. Just really, really good people.
We
running the show.
reiterate that because we feel like they accommodate for us greatly, and we appreciate being able to come out here and just being able to bring there's people at home or out of state that aren't able to be here and can see it online or hear it on the radio. Now, you also play another pivotal role, especially to my mom.
Oh, yeah.
Here at the Power of the Past.
Well, to me, baking a pie is an art. That is something that you got to have the skill, and you practice it. But somebody that can bake a pie, that's just an amazing thing to me. And you ladies just knock it out of the ballpark.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, Kathy, because I was not a pie baker. I have recently joined the St. Lawrence Ladies Auxiliary, so I'm kind of a newbie. But so we have to bake these pies. So I had to learn. So I have learned to bake a pie. And anyway, so then this year they asked me if I would talk here today and kind of advertise our pies. And thank you for inviting us to do that. And yes, these are all homemade pies, and they are delicious. And we have the standard pies, the blackberry, the peach, the cherry, the blueberry, the raspberry. But there's also some specialty pies that the pineapple, sawdust, a chocolate, chocolate chip cookie. So we have selected some things that are very standard that people like, but then there's also people that have specialties that they will bring in. So you have to stop by and check it out.
Oh, yeah, because, and I can tell you how many years, I think Bertha's the one that does the pineapple pie.
Yes, she's going to do 4 this year.
Yeah, and I think maybe that was even a recipe that had belonged to her mother, if I remember right. But that's one of the things that people will every year. They're gonna come back for that pineapple pie, and you guys have you make it fun, and it's delicious. You can eat it here, you can take it home, and you can buy it by the slice or a whole pie, right?
Right. The slice is going to be $3 this year, and the pie, the whole pie, it kind of depends on the pie. It should be around $20. It just kind of depends on the pie. But yes, it's available to be purchased in